Hey, everybody, Off the Mic Sports Network here. Another edition of Off the Top Rope. So, got to give a shout out. Got to give a shout out to one Sheamus. I don't usually go because, let's be real. Sheamus has just really come back and just wrestled, and I haven't really noticed it, and I haven't really talked about it much on this channel. But we need to give some props to Sheamus, the former, if you guys go back to the FCW, Sheamus O'Shaughnessy. I think his real name is Steven. This guy, everybody, is one of the most underrated wrestlers, maybe, and one of the most underrated WWE superstars of all time. I never really fully appreciated Sheamus, even through his early days of WWE when, he was in ECW, and then he obviously beat John Cena 15, 16 years ago in a tables match. Interestingly enough, he's won multiple WWE championships. He's won a Royal Rumble. He's won Money in the Bank. He's won King of the Ring. This guy he's a tag team champion. He's won a United States champion. The only thing he hasn't done is won an Intercontinental title. And at some point, I hope they pay that off. He had a match with Rusev. What sucked about it is it was in front of crickets. People in Pittsburgh, you could hear them breathing, and there was 10, 15,000 people. Pittsburgh, wake the fuck up. Like, seriously, I understand it was early in the day, that it was 6 o'clock, not 8 o'clock when you had to go watch the show. And you had to brace yourself for you had to brace yourself for basically 5 hours of content in front of your eyes, but still, come on. And Sheamus and Rusev had a phenomenal knockout, drag out Donnybrook of a brawl. And this was the latest example of Sheamus at this stage of his career, pushing near 50, has done some of the best work of his entire career. Mind you, that this guy early in his career was having a good run, but I don't think he's ever been as good as he has been now. Because this guy walked back in, had an amazing match, Clash at the Castle 2022 with Gunther, which really, I think, started this run. We're basically going on to 3-4 years where Sheamus has just really been in tip-top and honestly been one of their best bell-to-bell wrestlers. And this guy is up there in age. He does not have to be doing this. Mind you, this guy had stenosis in his neck and back and was concerned about maybe never wrestling again after his run with Cesaro in the Bar, which was a great tag team, by the way. And now he's going out and just having these it's not even a catchphrase anymore where he goes banger after banger after banger. I was at WrestleMania 39. The match that he had with Drew McIntyre and Gunther was one of the hardest hitting, most physical matches that I've ever seen in my entire life. And I got to see that in person. I was sitting back in the stadium. I could hear some of the strikes from that. It's not the physical toll that this guy takes. And considering the physical stuff that he's been in his career, he had Edge's last match in WWE. Like, Sheamus has really been incredible. Just unbelievable what he has been able to do for this company. And I hope at some point they reward him with at least that crowning moment, whether it be an Intercontinental title win, something. Like, at some point they have got to give him something, because Rusev needed a match like that in physical nature. It sucks that it didn't get as good of a crowd reaction, but those two guys beat the living piss out of each other. And considering what Sheamus has done in his career, like I said, multiple-time world champion, Money in the Bank winner, King of the Ring, Royal Rumble winner. I don't know if he's ever been as good as he is right now. And at this stage of his career, nobody should be operating at it like he's around the same age as John Cena. And I know John Cena doesn't do it as much anymore. Sheamus is just beating the piss out of people. He's getting the crap kicked out of him. Like, you guys could see all the welts that were building on him when he had those matches with Gunther. Like, this brawling brutes type thing, it's really been one of the great runs. And he's one of the most underrated. And when we look back, this guy should go into the Hall of Fame. And I don't know if we're ever fully going to appreciate how fucking great this guy is. Because this guy, if you would have paid attention back in like about 2018, 2019, this guy shouldn't be working right now. He shouldn't. Like, there was legitimate concern that he was never going to be able to wrestle again. He came back, had some weird bullshit storylines in the COVID bubble, started the Brawling Brutes and stuff. But really, when he got to Clash at the Castle against Gunther in that Intercontinental title match, that launched him into this mode of just, I'm just going to go out there and kick the living shit out of people and just do banger after banger after banger. And I always thought of him as underappreciated, but man, this guy, he's an incredible professional wrestler. Seriously, like, it's like, I really hope people understand like how fucking great Sheamus has been in the last 3-4 years. It's really a run that it's flown underneath the radar with all the story and like all the changeover within WWE. Sheamus has been like the one constant. Like every time he goes out there, it is not a catchphrase. He goes out there and gives it his all and gives a banger every single time he's out there. And I didn't really think about it until I was watching this match with Rusev, where I was like, man, he's been in some really good matches in the last handful of years. And these guys just literally, it was a biggie special, big meaty men slapping meat. And considering, like, like I said, Sheamus, in terms of his age, in terms of like, the physical style, the fact that he continues to have these styles of matches and keeps beating the crap out of people, it's really unbelievable. So I hope people understand, and I wanted to give him a shout out, man. Sheamus has been unreal, really unreal, and an incredible ambassador. Went over to Ireland, was on College Game Day. Like, this guy has just been the embodiment of a WWE soldier, and it's been really awesome to see him. A lot of people are starting to recognize and give him his fucking flowers. So thank you, Sheamus. Thank you, fella. Hopefully you keep doing this, man. Like, and I hope you get rewarded with a great run, because like you've been fucking awesome the last handful of years. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.